Good afternoon, everybody. So we are Team 4, and we're going to talk about workplace safety today. So with the workplace safety, the first one come under Australian standards because we are in Australia and we follow Australian standards. In Australian standards, we have Occupational Health and Safety Act and Regulation, which is introduced in 2004, and under that we have some regulations. Such as the Occupational Health and Safety Regulation in 2017, which is named as OHS regulation. And under that, we have Code of Practice, which is followed in different places such as offices and storage facilities and maybe in the construction sites. So the next one is the workplace responsibilities. John, can you explain about the workplace responsibilities?
Thank you. The workplace responsibilities have been subdivided into different categories, highlighting the responsibilities of each person and the tasks they are supposed to perform. From our list, you can see that the PCBU, which is the person conducting the business undertaking, is responsible to undertake to ensure that the health and safety procedures are being followed in the organization. This person could be an installer, a manufacturer, a driver, a first line officer, wherever that is your particular duty, then that person is responsible to as a PCBU. Then we have the organization. The organization must adhere to the acts and regulations of the states in which it exists. In our case, we are in Melbourne, and Melbourne is under Victoria. So we have the acts and the regulation under Victoria. So the organization must ensure that the health and safety requirements, such as the first aid units, are present and the awareness is being created within the organization. Then we have the first line manager. The first line manager is a designated person assigned in every organization to be responsible in issues and to take, is authorized and could also take actions when there is a case relating to safety. When something goes wrong, we hold the first line manager responsible first before proceeding to the next line of authority. Then we come down to the employee. As you can see, everybody in the organization has something to do in workplace safety. It is a responsibility of the employee to ensure that the guidelines and advices and injunctions of the PCBU is being followed. When the person conducting the business or undertaking gives an instruction which should be in line with the act and regulation of the state, the employee is expected to adhere to these instructions. The stakeholders include everybody that is involved in the holistic view of the activity. Stakeholders would be the public, the employee, the co-workers, the subject matter experts. Stakeholder would be everybody affected by the undertaking. Stakeholders also have responsibilities. And we have the environment as the last one. The environment has to be considered in every activity being performed. While we perform outdoor activities, we must ensure that caution signs and safety requirements are in place. We must ensure that we take account of all hazards such as electric lines and the rest of them that could impact to the public and are classified as environment. Thank you very much. And we have the type of hazards. Ran, could you tell us what kind of hazard we could find in the workplace?
Yeah, thank you, John. Like, we just sorted out some of the types of hazards at our workplaces. Like, they could be the safety hazard, biological hazard, physical hazards, ergonomic hazards, chemical hazards, and work organizational hazards. Like the safety hazards, it's almost the common hazards at every workplace, and the biological hazards, it's only related to some of the medical like hospitals or something, and the work organizational hazards, it's almost similar to every place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the kinds of risks and impacts at the workplace, like the falls, like if there is any obstruction in the workplace, like the employee can just, or any person who can just hit to that obstruction and fall down, which can just result in the physical injuries. And the electrical extension cause, like if without any attention, if he just tries to catch the cords, like it might affect in the shocks, like it might be an injury for him. And the poor housekeeping, like the water leaks and clutches, like if there is any water leak at the workplace, like the employee or the person who just steps over the place, he might just fall down, and he can results in breaking his bones or something. And the workplace, like the control hierarchy of control, can you explain?
Yeah, so like you said, the risks involved, everyone will be injured and everything. That's, that's not admissible in a workplace. So we need to control the risks. So how do we control the risk? Is through the hierarchy of control. First we, eliminate the risk. So we identify what the risks, like the fall and everything, and we first eliminate it. And then we substitute it with something else. For example, if there is a water leak or something, we repair the taps, and that's how we can eliminate the risk and everything. And then we do engineering controls, we do administration controls, which is basically training and everything, which we will talk about later. And we also give the PPE to the, it depends on the workplace and everything. And the next one will be the hazard prevention. So yes, we have the saying, right? Prevention is better than cure. So it's good to prevent a hazard before it is before we face it. So we can prevent the hazard by giving training and everything. We can do it by safety information on the workplace equipment, like this video that we are doing now. This is a safety video. It's an induction video for the new employees. They can learn from this and prevent the hazards. And we can, like we said, we can provide the personal protective equipment. We have the safety audits and the risk assessment sheets through which we can understand what the risks are and we can avoid for the future. And yes, every office should have a good record keeping so that, for future purposes, we do not attempt the same risk, same hazard again. And next we talk about the training options. So Shankar, yeah.
Yeah. So we got some training options like WHS training is essential. Like we all talk about workplace, and it's very important training to prevent the risks and the hazard happening. So we got some training options like first aid training and stuff like that. We always have training for that, and we know what to do there. Can you go to the next slide? Like we got some training courses like training and industry groups like might be course fees, and there are some courses like refresher as well. Yeah, that's all right.
Good. That's it.